Are arguably the heart of Southwest Florida. It's why people visit. It's why people move here. The beauty of our beaches is the cornerstone of that. Earlier this week, Wink News gave you a bird's eye view of the water in the Gulf. And you can see the once blue water is now green from red tide, sending dead fish to our beaches. Wink News anchor Liz Byro joins us in studio. Liz, there may be another issue at play.
Yeah, today I had one question, and it all stemmed from this photo. This is a sand dredging project 10 miles off of Sanibel. Now that sand will renourish some of our beaches. But see this discoloration, this yellow orangish color? That's red tide. Now more research needs to be done, but today I asked the question, what is the relationship between sand dredging, kicking it up off the Gulf floor, and red tide? To have this beautiful, large beaches, we have to do this. Renourish, add more sand to the shoreline.
Being a Chicago native, it's always really nice to come to Florida and to enjoy these beaches.
On Park Shore Beach in Collier County, over 167,000 tons of sand was trucked in from Immokalee.
They're adding a lot of sand to the beach, so I haven't been here for too long, but it looks pretty nice.
On Fort Myers Beach, it's more of the same. Adding sand where it eroded so there's more room for us to play and better conditions for sea turtle and nesting birds. This is where FMB gets its sand, 1.5 miles offshore, dredged from the Gulf floor. About 10 miles off Sanibel, there's another dredging project. This photo was taken the first week of February. You can see streaks of red tide, the yellow orangish stained water, next to what looks like sand sediments kicked up from dredging.
Dredging can cause some direct and indirect effects. So when you're dredging up the bottom sediments, that resuspends nutrients and potential other pollutants that are in that layer down there on the bottom.
Calusa waterkeeper emeritus John Cassani knows red tide is the original Southwest Florida settler. It's always been here, but
the frequency, duration, and severity that we're seeing now in recent decades is not natural.
Professor of Marine Science at FGCU Mike Parsons has another take.
There probably is not a strong relationship between the dredging and the blooms. The sediments can be a source of nutrients to feed red tide, but usually sand doesn't have that much nutrients in it.
Parsons added how the hurricanes mixed a lot of things up. But my big takeaway from our conversation, he said, this is something that is understudied. It's something we probably need more numbers on. Until then, we know two things are true. Without our beaches, tourism drops. And with red tide on our beaches, tourism drops.
Liz, thanks.